Hi Aries, this is going to be your reading for the end of November and beginning of December. I'm sorry I missed reading for you guys last week. I was under the weather, you guys. Better late than never though, kicking off this week with one of my favorite signs with you guys. So this is good for Sun, Rising, Moon, or Venus sign of Aries in tropical astrology, but it could resonate anywhere where you have Aries in your natal chart. So keep an open mind about that. It is a general reading though, so it might not hit it for all of you. So if this reading doesn't resonate with you, Aries, try watching readings for any other part of your chart. You could find valuable messages there instead. If you want to book a private reading with me, the link to my website is down in the description below this video. And if you're new, welcome to Soma Chandra Tarot. Please subscribe and hit the bell. When you hit the bell, you know when I read for your sign. Right now it's Soma Chandra Aries. Aries, it's very early in the morning here. I'm on the East Coast. You guys woke me up this morning. Your guides woke me up. You woke me up, and before I even went and got coffee, I had to sit down at my table and pull a reading out for you. So somebody really needed to hear this. What happened, Aries? Looks like you're going through a tough time right now. I do think you're moving. Something difficult has happened and you're trying to recover from it, I think. What came out of the Chakra Oracle deck, first cards out that I used, I saw grief and release. You're thinking about your perception of something that's happened. You're trying to see what you can glean from a situation, but grief came out, and the challenge is just trying to release grief and thinking about how you perceive things at this time. Be careful of your perception of reality at this time, Aries, because if you've been through something difficult recently, and if you don't feel like you have a lot of support, your perception of things may end up getting skewed. You may be somewhat confused, but listen to your own intuition because you are the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Out of the Sacred Forest deck, though, I have Guardians of the Land, Protection, and Phoenix, Transmutation, Refuge. I think the end of the November and moving into December, you're going to feel the need to protect yourself. You will seek refuge and solace. I think you're going to be spending some time alone because you're going through a transmutation. Out of the ashes, the phoenix will rise, Aries. You are protected. I think you will maybe feel like you need to spend some time alone because I do have that you need to surrender to rest and sleep as well. They wanted me to use an astrology deck, and I was like, okay, I have Sagittarius, but I also have Saturn, and I have Trine. There will be a trine between maybe the Jupiterian energy of Sagittarius and Saturn, which definitely creates an ebb and flow. When trine comes out, it's about harmony and things being in flow. You do have angelic support at this time, Aries. With Sagittarius coming out, this is optimism and exploration and freedom. So there is this part of you moving into Sagittarius season that is like awakening your own Martian energy. I noticed that that Aries usually like Sagittarius season. You like the seasons of the other fire signs. You like Leo season. You like Sag season. Of course, you love your own season. So there is a freedom and an optimism coming in for you. But with Saturn coming out, the Capricorn energy, you will feel restricted. You will experience some struggle. You're going to need, I feel as though you need to be patient at this time. Seek refuge. Be patient with yourself. There's several more weeks of Sag season, right? It looks like, first of all, some of you, I think I've gotten a health message coming out for some of you because I have the Ten of Swords twice and the Devil and the Moon. So for some of you have been through somewhat of a health crisis. You're moving through it as best you can. You might just be feeling kind of dark emotionally at the end of the month here, or someone else's. This could be the way someone feels about you. They want you to, I was like, once I pulled everything out, I was like, what's going on? Is this a breakup, or is this a health crisis, or is it both? I don't know how much support you're receiving at this time either. So I wanted to pull out the Surrender to Now deck to see what you need to surrender to help you through this time. Surrender to complete healing and to surrender to rest and sleep is at the bottom of the deck. There's something that you do need to recover from. For some of you, this is a health crisis or an emotional crisis that could almost be affecting your health. but open fully to the loving and compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. At the end of this month, moving into December, you may be going through a physical, emotional, and spiritual healing all at once. Clearly, you need rest and sleep. She's looking like she's having a hard time sleeping, like she's fighting. And I just heard someone say, that's all I've been doing is sleeping. Okay. But so some of you feel like you've slept too much. Maybe you just need some emotional support from the environment. But many of you you may be feeling burnt out right now as well, Aries. To prevent burnout, slow down. Honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. If any of you have families at home that require a lot of attention, tell them, yo, I'm shutting the door. I'm going through a thing right now. Tell people around you that depend on you to go easy on you. You need to heal. You need to sleep. Also, surrender comparisons with other people came out right now. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your strengths, attractiveness, and power. You are strong. You are attractive. You are powerful. There is no one more powerful than Aries. Leo thinks they're as powerful as you guys are. I don't know. I don't know about that. I know a bunch of Aries. You guys are the Ace of Wands. You are the spark. You are the Emperor. You are powerful people. So keep your eyes focused on yourself right now. Some of you might be comparing yourself to others at this time. Spirit saying, don't do that. You're the star of this show, baby. We love you. We want you to love yourself too. I also see surrender to non-action. There's something you just need to let go of. There's just a restriction at this time. There's grief at this time. You need to release something. The optimism is coming in for you. Let me move these out of the way. So the overall reason for the reading, Aries, is the Six of Swords, that you are in a land in between. The way you or someone is feeling about you is the Ten of Swords. The way you're being seen or the way you see yourself is the Three of Wands. What you need to know is the Moon. And the final outcome is the Three of Swords. I was like, you guys woke me up at the crack of dawn for this. This is tough. This is tough and hard. So things could be opposite. Roles could be reversed. If you're not going through something painful, you might have left a situation with a person or maybe a job or something like that. It could even be with a family member and they're feeling this way about you. Someone's all Ten of Swords. So the reason for the reading is the Six of Swords. Someone's trying to move on. You're trying to move on. Clarifying this, though, is the Five of Swords, Temperance. There could be a Sagittarius maybe involved, or the Five of Wands. Well, clearly at the end of this month and moving into December, Aries, you are trying to move on from maybe conflict, loss, or just major change. There could have been a lot of tension in a group dynamic. It's like someone's trying to be calm at this point. There might be an irritation for you, Aries, because either someone in this scenario is calm, cool, and collected, and it might be pissing the other person off. Or like the angel of the divine here, Temperance is an angel, is trying to pull you along and kind of ferry you to calmer waters at this time. But there might have been there could have been fighting, winning at all costs, and anger or resentment, not focused on what you don't have in common versus what you do have in common. Someone might be really trying to move on from you or you from them. And I was like, ugh, no wonder they need rest and sleep. That just looks like drama and a headache. Somebody might have been passive aggressive with you and just pretended like everything was fine when it wasn't. That might have pissed you off, or you might have done that with them, just been really cool and calm. Everyone thinks Aries has such a bad temper. I don't know. I've seen Aries be very calm in situations and be really good influences. That might have been you, just like, I've got to get out of this situation. But the way someone's feeling is the Ten of Swords. So I have the Ten of Swords twice with the Devil and the Three of Swords. For some of you, this is a health crisis and a health issue. Know that it will get better. I see something getting better for you here. But clarifying this is the Queen of Swords, Justice, and the Page of Swords. Some of you have Libra in your chart, or you have a Libra around you. The first message I heard, for some of you, this is a love message and it was a triangulation. And this Queen of Swords is not you. It's someone that might be watching you, like a third party kind of situation. They're spying on you. They're keeping their eyes on you maybe. Don't get paranoid about that unless you know who this person is. There could have been an air sign involved. For others of you, I get the sense that this is someone around you that is maybe trying to give you advice, but they're not being very nice about it. I heard someone say, this is like a sibling or a frenemy. They're not a real friend. They're like, well, what did you think was going to happen? I told you so. You get what you deserve. They keep tabs on you. It's like idle gossip. Like they don't care how you feel. This could be the person that you're on the outs with, though. If something blew up between, I don't have the Tower, but I have the Ten of Swords. Like there could have been a painful ending. It could have happened with this person. They want to know if you care about how they feel. For some of you, I do think there might have been a triangulation of some kind, maybe. I was like, I don't know how I feel about that Queen of Swords, but she showed up. Also, you may feel like you had to be very straightforward with someone and deliver a justice and a truth that was difficult. You may wonder if you'll hear from them again. But you're turning your back on all this right now. Three of Wands. You're trying to look towards the future. The Sun, the Five of Cups, the Six of Swords. For some of you, this does involve a sun, but not necessarily. Could be with a sun, but it's like you're trying to be optimistic and you know that the future will bring happy things and the future looks bright, but it's disappointing. And the Six of Swords, someone is like, okay, I'm just kind of going through the motions here. I do know better days are ahead, but I'm so disappointed about something and I'm just trying to move on. It's like someone's moving on, but they don't really want to move on. Moving on, but they don't really want to. Now, you may be turning your back on this situation at this time, but I feel like I kind of get the sense that this is all you, but there is this person that is curious about you, but they're not bringing love. They're either giving you advice that you don't want to hear, or they're maybe kind of gossipy. Could be some other woman watching from afar. Here's what you need to know, though, Aries. This actually gave me a ray of hope, the moon. So things are confusing right now. What you need to know is things are not as they seem. Listen to your intuition. I have the High Priestess and the moon here of Pisces. It will guide you. Don't believe everything you see. Listen to your gut. Listen to your spleen center. That's where your intuition comes from. Listen to your body. Listen to your emotions. You may feel many emotional waves at the beginning of December, but this is something you don't see coming. Clarifying the moon is the Fool. There you are, the Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune. Aries, look, whatever has happened, what Spirit wants you to know is what you don't see coming is that out of whatever this painful ending or crisis is bringing are new opportunities that will change your destiny. You just don't see it at this time because it's emotional, it's heavy, it's painful, there's confusion. But what you need to know is that your destiny and your fate are changing. Some of you may decide to move, travel, take a trip. Out of a painful ending may come a new opportunity that will allow for victory and forward motion in your life. And luck and destiny are on your side. All in due time. All in due time, you will be able to put whatever this is behind you, or this person will have to put this behind them. Now, if this is someone and the way they feel about you, they're hurting. Maybe you had to deliver a truth to them and there was tension and fighting. And they're confused about where you're going. They want to know where you're going. Someone wants to know where the other person's going. But Aries, what you may not see, if you're the one that was hurt here, is that you'll be able to leave all this behind and a new opportunity and even an adventure awaits you. But the final outcome is the Three of Swords. I almost feel like this is the final outcome, the Six of Swords. It's like this is the land in between after something really painful for you or someone around you. I'm like, whose heart did you guys break? I feel like for some of you, this might be something you're going through, a health crisis though, because Three of Swords, this could be communicable disease, COVID. It could also be something to do with your cardiopulmonary system. It's also Libra energy here, quite a bit of Libra energy, which doesn't surprise me because Libra and Aries are right across the wheel from each other. So I'll often see like Aries energy in Libra readings and Libra energy in your readings. Some of you, this is like your South Node. Yeah. So heartbreak, clarifying the Three of Swords is the Moon, the Devil, the Ten of Swords. If any of you are going through a health crisis, Aries, it is so important to seek medical care. You're hearing it right here. Someone is maybe going through a bad health crisis at this time. There's a lot of confusion about this. It is always darkest before the dawn, but this is a serious health crisis. And with the moon here twice, it could be something that you don't have enough information about. I didn't get the Seven of Swords, though. In a health message, that's a tricky, sneaky diagnosis. You may know what's wrong. It's just a matter of recovering from it. Or this is really tough. It is going to be difficult for someone to get over what's happened. There could have even been like an emotional... Someone may have emotional problems as well. Someone may also have, something could be wrong with the female reproductive system or lower back, heart as well. So if it's health, it's not good. It's not good. And you may also have a doctor that's not being super nice, but they are smart. But what you need to know, I kind of get the sense that more so than a health message, Aries, this is just getting over something really difficult. And Spirit wants you to know is what you don't see coming is better opportunities for you. Quite by fate and by chance, things will line up in your favor and you'll be able to move forward and start fresh and start anew. So listen to your intuition at this time. Be quiet. Ace of Swords to the Seven of Cups here. New opportunities. You may spend the beginning of December looking for them. In your environment, interesting energy. I have a King of Swords. You could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Five of Wands. The Three of Cups. We have the Empress. That's Libra or Taurus. And we have the Devil, Capricorn here. First of all, there could be a lot of people in your environment. We could have someone that's trying to be very in control, very logical and practical. This could involve a mother or a wife. There could be a Libra involved. There could also be temptation or obsession as well. The Five of Wands to the Three of Cups. Overall, this does not look incredibly supportive. If this is romance, someone might have put you in a love triangle. And they may be obsessed with a Libra, because I have Justice and the Queen of Swords here. It could have been a triangulation. Also, someone could be talking to another person about drinking, partying too much. Someone's not going to be very giving. You may also have a smothering family member that's coming out like a mother figure. There's tension, but then also it's like they could be supportive, but you don't always see eye to eye to them. I feel like maybe you have an air sign around you that's had some kind of, or is chained and bound to like a baby mama or something, or they're having an affair with someone else and this is painful and it hurt and you've moved on. You're trying to move on because what you're really thinking about all the time right now, Aries, this is just the plot line. Eight of Swords, you feel really trapped in your head. The Tower, something's got to change. Six of Pentacles, the Chariot. Are you guys thinking about moving, relocating? Is this for work? Is this a payout of some kind? You seem all trapped in your head about it. It's almost like you can't see it or you refuse to see it. Something's really difficult. With the Tower, something may really change. Like you may leave your home, you may leave your job. You're worried about this, worried about financial equal give and take, and then forward motion, going somewhere, moving forward. Here's for the Chariot's here twice. But you seem very worried about being able to afford this forward motion. Something may happen with a car. You may be worried about your car, your vehicle, making it on a trip or something. Or about having to leave a situation behind and finding the right situation, a new situation that's better for you. You may have to choose or pick something out this week, like a new car, a place to live, place to work, something. You're looking for something. You will find it. You will find it. You're going to have to look for something quickly here, listening to your intuition. But I wanted to know where you were going with the Chariot because you seem so worried about it. with the Eight of Swords, almost like you can't deal with it. You may be recalling something that you're in the process of transitioning away from, Aries, and you're recalling the pain. It looks pretty fresh. It was difficult. But here's where the Chariot's going to take you. I was like, holy shit, this looks good. Okay, now we're talking. Ace of Pentacles, a new opportunity. The Three of Cups, fun, friendship, support. The Six of Wands, a victory, public recognition. And here you are. Boom. Boom. Aries, whatever situation this is about, whether it be a painful ending in a relationship, a health crisis, shit going down, you may have people around you that aren't very supportive. They might even be kind of controlling. You're going in a good direction. You will. You'll find a situation moving forward that's better for your health. You'll feel more supported. You'll inspire other people. You'll get public recognition. It could be a job. It could be a new opportunity of some kind. Support. Up on a high horse, feeling good about yourself and feeling badass. I'm like, there you go. You will go in a good direction. You just don't see it right now. Or this person is confused about where you're going. At this time, yes, there's grief, but just continue to work on releasing it. You are protected right now. You're protected. You're in a time of transmutation, and you will be the phoenix that rises. Right now, just take your refuge and stay in your protection, because there's just a restriction right now with Saturn. You may have to deal with cause and effect. You may be experiencing a struggle, and there's consequences for maybe past choices that you made. Just be patient, work hard when you can, because you are going to move into a time of freedom and exploration. The Fool is here, the Wheel is here, this Queen of Wands is here. In the meantime, Aries, try not to compare yourself to anybody else. That'll only make you feel bad. That always makes us feel bad. Heal and sleep at this time. Heal and sleep. It is always darkest before the dawn. I promise you. You're going to get back to your old, feisty, badass self in no time. I can see it. All in due time. Yeah. All right, Aries, that's the end of November, moving into December. I hope it resonates. And if it does, I hope it helps you. It feels very heavy. It seems difficult. So I hope that this gave you some information that made you feel validated and heard, so that you feel like the universe is supporting you. I'm supporting you. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Aries. Take care of yourselves. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.